Let's see. Jameson, Illinois. You're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
It's Jason.
Jason.
I'm not going to break the argument, but isn't it possible that you could say that when she speaks to those who need that floor, that she's really describing the failures, and that those who she's describing as those that are productive or have contributed are simply tax-paying, hard-working citizens? And isn't it possible that you could interpret what she's saying as addressing volunteerism and contributing to
No, because she's
society?
talking about government.
Well, I understand she's talking about government, but why can't the counter-argument simply be that the principle is correct, but it should be applied to the private sector? Why?
Well, there's no argument with that. The argument, but she's talking about rights, sir. She's not talking about the expectations. She's talking about rights.
And my point is, though, instead of just attacking what she's saying because she is attributing this to the government.
Well, but hold on a second, sir. Because when you talk about government equals force. When you say people have a right to health care and the government is the avenue, then that's force. That if you're person A and you're entitled to something and the government says you must deliver it person B, that's force. Everything comes down to force. Government equals force. That's all that government is. Government either forces you to do something or to not do something.
Well, all I'm saying is that the stronger, the more persuasive anti-government argument is to complete the thought by suggesting how the private sector and the common sense thinking people are the
But you have to
source
understand
of
that
those.
progressives don't trust the private sector to do what's right. Their assumption is that only government does what's right, even when government does things wrong. And government.
But sometimes the message, though, gets lost on common sense people because they misinterpret what you're saying.
No, I don't think they do.
The principle.
No, I think the people that listen to this program are pretty clear on what I'm saying.
Well, let me suggest then that perhaps you could get people to listen to your program who don't necessarily agree with everything you say.
Lots of people listen to my program who don't necessarily agree with everything I say.
My point, though, is that sometimes people feel like they're being pinned into a corner where they have to choose between, quote, anti-government and not, when the more appealing position is that there's a place for these principles, but that place is not with the government.
But that's not what the original point here was. Thank you for the call. She's talking about government. If she were talking about society and government and which is better to serve the needs of people in this area or that area, that would be different. We talk about charity on this program all the time. But thanks for the armchair criticism.